Hello everyone! This is for all the children at home during this COVID-19 pandemic. Join ACE Radio School to continue learning while at home. This is for the nursery, primary, and secondary school children. We will be teaching you literacy, numeracy, and STEM subjects. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Maths. This is an ACE Charity initiative powered by Grundfos Foundation.
This broadcast is for secondary school students. Hello listeners, my name is Adesomi Temitayo, and I welcome you to today's English class on ACE Radio School. In the last episode, we learned two types of essay, namely narrative and descriptive essays. Today, I will be teaching you two other types of essay writing, which are expository essay and argumentative essay. I hope you're all ready. Get your writing materials close to you and listen attentively. Number 1. Expository essay. Expository essay. Before I define expository essay, let us take a quick look at the word expository. It is a derivative of the word exposition, which means to expose, uncover, or discover information in a way to make it understandable for a reader. Thus, an expository essay is a structured piece of writing that investigates an idea, expands on it, provides argumentation, and presents everything in simple language to make the concept clear for everyone. In this type of essay, you may need to explain the step-by-step process of achieving or doing something. For example, if you are asked to write an essay about your favorite dish, you are to provide a step-by-step process of how to make that dish. This type of essay requires that you state facts and make your opinions and judgments known about the topic. As you already know, an expository essay should consist of 5 paragraphs. Paragraph 1 is the introduction, the opening clause that engages the readers, reflects the topic and main idea, and guides the reader to the main part of the writing. The body, which consists of 3 paragraphs. The main 3 paragraphs that provide your key points with supporting sentences such as facts, evidence, and examples should be contained in your body. The conclusion, that is the last part of the essay that summarizes everything and highlights the larger significance of the topic. In this part, you also state possible recommendations to address the issue you are writing about. Tips: avoid first-person pronouns such as I or you in the essay. An expository essay strives to interpret and clarify why it is more appropriate to write in the third person. So you need to use the third person pronouns like he, she, it, they, one, them, etc. Examples of expository essay topics are: A. The negative influences of video games. B. Child trafficking in Africa. C. My favorite dish. D. The effect of COVID-19 on the economy. The second type of essay is argumentative essay. Argumentative essay. An argumentative essay is a written debate that requires you to argue or debate about a point of view and persuade your reader to accept your point of view with convincing points and provide evidence to back it up. In an argumentative or persuasive essay, there are usually 2 sides, and you are requested to take one side. Remember, the goal of an argumentative essay is to clearly outline a point of view, reasoning, and evidence. Of course, a good argumentative essay should be developed in how many paragraphs? 5 paragraphs. Very good. And follow this structure. A. The introductory paragraph. The first paragraph of your argumentative essay should outline the topic, provide background information necessary to understand your argument, outline the evidence you will present, and state your position, whether you are arguing for or against the motion. B. Body paragraphs. This part comprises 3 or more paragraphs that explain the reasons why you support the motion. Each body paragraph should cover a different idea or piece of evidence and contain a topic sentence that clearly and briefly explains why the reader should agree with your position. The conclusion. The concluding paragraph should restate your points and summarize all the arguments made in your body paragraphs, rather than introducing new facts or more arguments. A good conclusion will always appeal to the reader's emotions by using a personal slogan or statement that explains how the topic personally affects them. Take note of these tips. Pick a side of the topic to argue on. Gather all your facts or information about it. Organize your points and related evidence for each point. Conclude with your most effective statement. Examples of descriptive or argumentative essay topics are: a male child is more beneficial in the home. Day schooling is better than boarding school. Farmers are better than doctors. Science has brought more destruction to man. These topics are examples of argumentative essays. Alright students, let's do a recap of what has been learned today. We learned about 2 other types of essay, namely expository essay and argumentative essay. We said the expository essay is an essay that you need to structure the way and manner and procedure in which things are done, and of course step-by-step approach. Okay, and of course an argumentative essay is a debate where you have to take a side and express your point with clear evidence in different paragraphs. Now it's question time. I'd like you to listen attentively to the following questions and choose the option with the correct answer. Are you ready? Let's go. Number 1. Dash essay explains the step-by-step process of doing or achieving something. A. Expository. B. Narrative. C. Argumentative. Number 1 again. Dash essay explains the step-by-step process of doing or achieving something. A. Expository. B. Narrative. C. Argumentative. Question 2. The type of essay that requires you to debate and persuade your reader is A/and dash. A. Narrative essay. B. Expository essay. C. Argumentative essay. I take number 2 again. The type of essay that requires you to debate and persuade your readers is A/and dash essay. A. Narrative essay. B. Expository essay. C. Argumentative essay. Question 3. What part of your expository essay requires that you give suggestions and/or recommendations? A. The body. B. The concluding paragraph. C. The title. Take number 3 again. What part of your expository essay requires that you give suggestions and/or recommendations? A. The body. B. The concluding paragraph. C. The title. Send your responses as a text message indicating your name, gender, state you currently live in, and subject, that is English, to 070-363-03182. I take the number again, 070-363-03182. Alright, well done students for participating with your friends in today's English lesson. Until I come your way again, it's Adesomi saying bye for now.
This is an ACE Charity initiative powered by Grunfos Foundation.
This broadcast is for secondary school students. Hello listeners, my name is Mrs. Oluwashino Teniola and I welcome you to today's mathematics class on ACE Radio School. Today, I'll be teaching you more about probability. I will explain how you can pick objects at random in probability. Before I proceed with today's lesson, I'll supply the answers to the assignment I gave you in the previous session. 1. Someone runs a marathon in 30 minutes. The answer is impossible. That is, it is impossible to run a marathon in 30 minutes. 2. You score a head when you spin a coin. The answer is even chance. There are just two options. It's either a head or a tail. 3. A boy is the president of that country. The answer is impossible. It is impossible for a boy to be elected as the president of a country. You have to be 35 years and above to be elected as the president of a country. Now, get your pen and notebook and let's get ready to learn something new today. Last week, we learned that probability is the likelihood that something will happen. That is, whether an event will occur or not. To find probability, this formula will be of help. Probability equals number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of outcomes. Probability equals number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of outcomes. Let's consider this example. Musa chooses a letter at random from the word friend. What is the probability that the letter he picked is E? First step, how many letters are in the word friend? Let's count. F1, R2, I 3, E 4, N 5, D 6. Great! There are 6 letters in the word friend. Second step, how many letters E can be found in the word friend? That should be 1. Good! Therefore, the probability that Musa picks the letter E at random is 1 over 6. That is, the likelihood of Musa picking the letter E is 1 out of 6. Very good. Let's continue. Consider this second example. Each letter of the word B-O-O-K is written on a separate card. Each letter of the word B-O-O-K, book, is written on a separate card. Amina picks one card at random. What is the probability that the letter is O? Amina picks one card at random. What is the probability that the letter is O? First step, how many letters are in the word book? Let's count. B 1, O 2, O 3, K 4. Great! There are 4 letters in the word book. Second step, how many letters O can be found in the word book? That should be 2. Correct! Hence, the probability that Amina picks the letter O at random is 2 over 4. This can be further divided to 1 over 2. That is, the likelihood of Amina picking the letter O is 2 out of 4, or 1 over 2. Interesting. Still on the previous question, What is the probability that Amina picks the letter M at random? The only letters available are B, O, and K. It is impossible to pick letter M because it is not in the word book. Therefore, the probability of picking letter M is 0. Great job! Let's consider another interesting example. In a game box, there are 3 red balls, 5 green balls, and 2 white balls. In a game box, there are 3 red balls, 5 green balls, and 2 white balls. What is the probability that Shola will pick a green ball? First step, how many balls altogether are in the game box? Let's add together. 3 plus 5 plus 2 equals 10 balls in the box. Great! Second step, how many green balls are in the box? There are 5 green balls. Fantastic! And the probability that Shola picks a green ball at random is 5/10. This is also equal to 1/2. That is, the likelihood of Shola picking a green ball is 5 out of 10 or 1/2. Great! What is the probability that Shola picks a red ball? How many red balls are in the box? There are 3 red balls in the box. Therefore, the probability of picking a red ball at random is 3/10. Beautiful. Lastly, what is the probability that it picks a pink ball? Is there any pink ball in the box? No. Therefore, the probability of picking a pink ball is 0. Well done, listeners. We've come to the end of today's session. We learned about probability and likely outcomes in probability. I would like you to try this as an assignment and send in your answers to this phone number 070-3630-3182. Type your name, age, gender if you're a boy, type male. If you're a girl, type female, your class, and the states you currently live in. I hope you have done that. Now the questions. A teacher has 2 red pens, 2 blue pens, and 1 black pen. A teacher has 2 red pens, 2 blue pens, and 1 black pen. 1. What is the probability that she picks a black pen at random? 2. What is the probability that she picks a blue pen at random? 3. What is the probability that she picks a yellow pen? Okay, I'll be expecting your answers. You can catch up on past episodes on our YouTube channel called Ace Radio School. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, bye for now.
This is an ACE Charity initiative powered by Grundfos Foundation.
This section is for secondary school students. Hello students, my name is Ibrahim Mark, your ACE Radio School physics teacher. Welcome to today's physics class on ACE Radio School. Kindly get your pen and paper ready to take notes. Today, we will be learning about the topic motion and forces. The topic is motion and forces. Let's start by recapping some of the things we learned from our last class. In our last class, we defined motion as movement or a change in position relative to another body. We learned about the types of motion. We studied perfect translational motion, which is motion in a straight line, like a train moving on a straight track. random motion, which is irregular motion, relative translational motion, which is motion relative to another body. We also studied oscillatory motion, which we defined as a back and forth motion or a to and fro motion about a point and in a repeated manner. We gave an example as a child on a swing moving back and forth. Rotational motion, which is motion around a central point, like a rotating ceiling fan. And finally, mixed motion, which is a combination of one or more types of motion, was also studied. Have you ever wondered why whenever we throw things upward, they mostly fall back to the surface of the earth? Or why a rocket is able to go upward and leave the earth and enter into space? We will be studying what is responsible for all this kind of motion in today's class. All these motions are possible because of forces. A force is any pull or push, which when applied to a body will cause a change to the body. For you to cause a parked car to move, you must apply a push. This push is force. Do you remember when you made toy cars and attached a rope to it and pulled it around? The reason your car could move was due to the force applied on it by pulling the rope. We can therefore conclude that one of the factors necessary for motion to occur is force. However, this force must be a net force. Imagine two boys with equal strength pushing a car, one from the front of the car and the other from the rear. The car will not move. Why? Because both forces from the boys will cancel each other out. Since the forces are equal and opposite, we therefore say there is no net force. But if one of the boys is stronger than the other, the car will move in the direction of push of the stronger boy. We say there is a net force. A net force is an unbalanced or extra force. It is the leftover force after overcoming an equal and opposite force. You can look at it this way. When force is applied on a body, the following may occur. The body can stop moving if it was already moving. The speed of the body might change. It could move faster or become slower. Lastly, the direction of the body might change. We have just learned that forces can slow down bodies in motion. The fact is, when enough force is applied to a moving body, the force can cause the body to stop. This special force that slows down or stops two bodies that are moving and in contact is known as friction. Friction is the force that opposes. Opposition means it works against. Friction is the force that opposes motion between two surfaces in contact with each other. For example, when you hit a ball, it rolls on the ground for a while and covers a distance, but finally comes to rest. That is stop. The force that slows down the ball and finally brings it to rest is the frictional force. In our next class, we will study the effects of the frictional force and how we can reduce it. With this, we have come to the end of today's class. But before we go, I will give you an assignment. Kindly send your answers as a text message, including your name, gender. If you are a boy, type male. A girl, type female. Your class, the subject, that is physics, and state you currently live in. Send these answers to 070 36 30 3182. Are you ready? The questions are as follows. The force that opposes the motion of two bodies in contact is called A. Friction, B. Motion, C. Opposition. The force that opposes the motion of two bodies in contact is called A. Friction, B. Motion, C. Opposition. Question number 2. A force can be identified as a dash or dash. A. Move or stop. B. Push or pull. C. Up or down. Question number 3. One of the factors that causes motion is A. Force, B. Food, C. Fight. Send your answers to 070 36 30 3182. I believe we had fun learning today. Till I come your way again on Ace Radio School, continue to move forward. Let nothing stop you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is for all the children at home during this COVID-19 pandemic. Join Ace Radio School to continue learning while at home. This is for the nursery, primary, and secondary school children. We will be teaching you literacy, numeracy, and STEM subjects. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and maths. This is an ACE Charity initiative powered by Grundfos Foundation.